What's up, FHN? We're coming to you from a pretty chilly Friday morning.
I'm Claire.
And I'm Jackson, and we have a great show for you this week.
That's right. This week we have a range of segments ranging from a Humans of FHN to a book review.
But to kick it off, let's check out a video on how to make a paper organizer by Allison Bass. Thanks, Allison. That'll come in handy for when I'm trying to organize my things.
That's right. With EOCs wrapping up and AP tests starting, I feel like I need to be a lot more organized.
Yeah, I've been super busy with school, work, and track.
Oh, speaking of track, here's a Humans of FHN video with the throwing coach, Jasmine Boyer.
My name is Coach Boyer. I coach the throws. I started at the age of 10, a long time ago. I used to be a 100-meter sprinter until one day one of my best friends bet me that I couldn't beat him in the shot put. So as my parents put me in the competition, I competed and I won. So never stopped. I went to high school at Zumwalt West. I still hold the records there. I threw 46 feet 10 inches in the shot put and 150 feet the discus. I went to college on a full ride track scholarship. I went to the University of Wisconsin. I threw the shot put, discus, weight, and hammer.
She's nice and she teaches us how to, she shows us how to do something first, and then she shows us little improvements.
We have an awesome coaching staff, right? So we kind of built a little family here. And then I love the athletes. You know, I've built rapport and relationships with every single one of you guys, and I cherish them.
Honestly, she's one of my favorite coaches and makes throwing a lot of fun.
Hey Jackson, how are your NBA predictions going?
Not well at all. Anyways, here's Devon asking students of FHN their NBA predictions.
I'm Devon Alexander, and I'm going to be walking around and asking people what they think about the NBA playoffs. I'm here with
Christopher Concepcion, 9th grade. Yeah.
Austin Ballmer.
Isaac. Bollinger.
Joshua.
Who's your favorite NBA team?
The Golden State Warriors.
Same.
The Boston Celtics.
The Clippers.
The Clippers. Are they in the playoffs?
No.
Wherever LeBron at, that's where I'm at.
So the Lakers?
Right now, yeah.
How do you feel about them not making the playoffs?
You know, it's kind of disappointing, but, you know, it was expected whenever LeBron adds, like, a full starting five of 35-plus-year-olds. So, you know, it's all right.
Now that they're out of the playoffs, or since they didn't make the playoffs, who do you think will win the NBA Finals?
I got the Warriors going all the way.
You think they'll make the NBA Finals?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
You think the Golden State Warriors make it to the NBA Finals?
Definitely.
Who do you think is going to win the NBA Finals?
The Suns.
Thanks, Devon.
Nice to know I'm not the only one disappointed in my predictions.
Yeah, you never told us your predictions.
Yeah, let's not talk about it. Anyways, let's switch from basketball to baseball.
Yeah, here's Sam Reimer with his MLB hot takes.
Hey FHN, my name's Sam, and today I have some hot takes for the 2022 MLB season. Let's get started. In the AL East, I think the Blue Jays are going to win. Simply because their lineup is pretty good, they have a pretty good number of pitchers, and the Toronto fans are pretty rowdy. I think that will help them win consistently. Next in the AL Central, this is a pretty easy one. I think the Chicago White Sox are going to win because they have a good team, they play with a lot of passion, and the other teams in that division just aren't very good. To finish the AL, for the AL West, I have the Houston Astros because they have a really good team and the chemistry on the field is unlike any other team in baseball. But don't be surprised if the Angels or the Mariners get close to winning with their new pickups and the young players just getting better and better. Starting off in the NL, for the NL East, I have the Atlanta Braves. They're still a really good team, even losing their superstar first baseman, Freddie Freeman. But the Mets this year are going to be really good as well. And then for the NL Central, I have your St. Louis Cardinals winning because the team is pretty good all the way around. From the lineup to the bench to the bullpen to the starting pitchers, I mean, it's just a great team. Plus, St. Louis has the best fans out of any other MLB team. And also, I mean, just the talent level in the NL Central isn't very high. Lastly, for the NL West, it's going to be no surprise. The Los Angeles Dodgers are going to win just because they have the best team in the MLB. But the Giants and the Padres are going to be very good as well. And lastly, who will win the World Series? I think it will be the Los Angeles Dodgers squaring off against the Houston Astros. And I think the Los Angeles Dodgers are just going to be a little bit better and they're going to win in 6 games. Once again, I'm Sam, and those were my hot takes for the 2022 MLB season.
Thanks, Sam.
Let's see how those predictions play out.
And if sports aren't for you, here's Hunter with the book review.
Take it away, Hunter.
Hey FHN, I'm Hunter Van Dyne, and I'm reviewing the book Scythe. Scythe is a book full of mystery, adventure, and action. The book does have people being killed in it. The book was great to read, but it was a long one. In this book, Citra and Ronan are the main characters. It takes place in a world where there's no sickness, corruption, or death. In the book, they have to train to be a scythe, and a scythe's job is to kill people. One thing I like about the book is how they set up the plot. The plot has them competing against each other. And one thing I don't like was how long it took to read. Even though it took a while to read, it's still a good book. Thank you all for watching this book review on Scythe. If you want to check out the book, it's in the library.
I'll be sure to add that to my list of books to read.
Hey Claire, did you know about all the book bannings that have been going on recently?
Yeah, there have been some book challenges in our district.
Here are some English teachers' thoughts on the book challenges.
To every book, it's reader, and to every reader, it's their book. So some of the recent book challenges are happening really across the nation. And I also am familiar because I like to read about what's going on with the world around me. So some of those challenges being more local here in Missouri and even in the St. Charles area. And then of course, like the most local is some of the challenges that have happened here in our district.
What I know about some of the recent book challenges in Francis Howell is that this is sort of kind of a newer thing that we're experiencing here. I know that there are parents and families who've been uncomfortable with some of the books that are on our library shelves and in our classrooms, and so they've asked some questions about those.
Yeah, I think my role in some of the book challenges has mostly just been to have interest in reading the books, to learn, you know, what is the situation and why are people concerned about that book, just so I can be a better teacher of English. I also did sit on one of the committees. I was asked if I would, as an English teacher, of any of the books that I had read, and there was one that I had read, so I offered to be a part of the committee for the challenge here at our district.
We haven't been on a committee yet to read for a book challenge, and so that hasn't happened, but I just think that it's important as a department chair to be aware of the books that are being challenged and to make sure that my teachers know the processes for people being able to not have their own child read a certain book.
You know, we're getting pretty close to summer now.
Yeah, the last day of school is June 2nd.
And the seniors are getting ready to graduate.
Here's a story Claire did on some of the seniors' post-graduation plans.
I plan to study like once I get the gen eds out of the way, probably just classes pertaining to honing in my skills on like writing and interviewing and public speaking.
I've always been into computer science and stuff like that. And since I knew that computer science fields are all like really mathematic, I've been making sure to be on top of my math. I've been considering just mainly in-state schools, so Missouri S&T, which is where I'm going, Mizzou, SLU, WashU.
I applied to Mo State, Missouri S&T, SLU, NYU, and Penn State.
I ended up choosing Missouri S&T, like I said, just because I know a bunch of people that are going there, and it's a pretty prestigious school in computer science and engineering.
And I landed on Penn State. Like once I realized I loved Penn State and like it was already an out-of-state school, it was like I was sold, so yeah.
The school that I ended up deciding to go to is an hour and a half away from where I live, so it was cheaper and it was easier to get back to family if I needed to, and I didn't really want to move out too far.
I always felt like Missouri, personally, wasn't really meant for me beyond high school. That whole experience of like being in a whole different state gives you the opportunity to like, you know, branch out and meet a lot of people from different backgrounds. If you do have the opportunity to go to an out-of-state school and like they give you a really good amount of money, I would definitely take the chance, even though it does seem scary, because I still am scared to go out of state, but I feel like the pros outweigh the cons, and I feel like once you get into a set routine at college, no matter where you are, you'll like feel at home pretty soon. So yeah.
Dang, everything seems to be going so fast.
Yeah, watching that just reminded me that I have to enjoy my time here at North.
Yeah, enough of the sappy stuff. Did you know that there's a new Doctor Strange movie coming out tonight?
Yeah, I can't wait to go watch it.
Speaking of Marvel, did you know that the Super Crazy podcast talks all about different kinds of superheroes?
Here's a sneak peek on an episode of Superman vs. Captain America.
What's up, guys? I'm Sophia, one of the voices on Super Crazy. In our last episode, Lainey and I talk about Batman and Iron Man. In our new episode, we bring in Captain America and Superman, discussing their pros and cons and debating on who would win. If you're interested in the world of Marvel and DC, check out our podcast on FHN Today or Spotify. Bye, guys.
To check out full episodes and other really cool stories, go to FHNtoday.com.
That brings us to the end of today's show. Once again, I'm Claire.
And I'm Jackson, signing off.